Everybody that was here today either knew Kay Zimmer Stanford or they knew someone who knew Kay Zimmer Stanford, because she knew everyone and she truly loved everyone, and she loved everything that was Cleveland High School. Kay graduated in 1969 and was a member of GRA, Pep Club, Junior Senior Cabinet. She played percussion for 2 years in orchestra. She twirled baton for 4 years and was the captain. She was voted Mrs. Santa Claus when she was a junior and served as the snowball maid when she was a senior. After Cleveland, she attended Western State University and she married her high school sweetheart, who was the class president, Roy Stanford. They had 4 children. Kay was probably most known as a baton twirler. She twirled since she was 8 years old for the St. Louis Twirling Teens. She twirled duets with her sister Vicki. She twirled solo and strut, and when she was 12 years old, she won Missouri Intermediate State first place as a baton twirler. She also twirled all 4 years at Cleveland, so anybody that knew her at Cleveland knew her probably first and foremost as a baton twirler. And she brought such things as twirling swords and twirling fire to Cleveland, which was a new thing. Kay also was founder of Silver Stars, which was a palm and baton corps that participated in local events and competitions after Cleveland. She also helped organize and restructure some of the majoretting at Cleveland after she graduated. And she also made her 2 daughters, Sarah and Lee, be baton twirlers. In December of 1999, Kay's daughter Sarah died with her fiance in a horrible car crash. While Kay was grieving, she became very involved in Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. And she worked for that company, that corporation, for many years, and she also won the award of Heart of Mad for all the service that she did do. She also was a freelance creative writer. She had a column in the local suburban journal, and she did Thoughts for the Day for over 2 years on Facebook. The Kay that we want to talk about today is not the baton twirler or the volunteer for MAD, even though those are all very neat things. But the Kay we want to talk about is the Kay that worked for 8 years improving and updating the Cleveland Room at the Carondelet Historical Society. The Cleveland Room has been there since 1987, so it's 30 years old. And probably not that many people have gone up there to see it. The original items there were things that were saved by people such as Rich Simpson and Mr. Seymour, our teacher, who actually had to dumpster dive to get these things out of trash cans outside of Cleveland that were thrown away by the St. Louis Board of Education. So that was a really horrible thing, but these guys had the foresight to recoup these things, and we found a place to put them. And things were there, and they looked really nice for many years. But in 2007, Kay became involved in the Alumni Association, and one of the things that she did when she started with that was go up to the Historical Society and volunteer and work on the room. Well, when she saw all these things, her creative juices went crazy. And she literally rearranged furniture and brought in shelves and just changed things totally. And since I said she knew everybody, she'd say, hey, whether she was at the grocery store or at a meeting, hey, what do you have from Cleveland? Bring it on up. And things just, there were items just appearing all the time. Plus, she got the guys at the Carondelet Historical Society to start going through boxes they had in the basement. And all of a sudden, we found more and more things. Well, Kay just kept on going, and she made a room, a work room, an office. We'd have places to do things, and all of a sudden there was an industrial arts area, a music area, an area of Cleveland gear, what you wore if you were on track, gym suits, sweatshirts, things from Palms. So Kay just changed the whole room and made it extra special, even though it was pretty cool, but she really put her heart and soul into it. And as I said, that was just what she did for 8 years, and that's all she thought about. She got on Facebook, she began taking pictures, she created a little area where if you came up, we're going to take a picture, we're going to put it on the wall, we're going to put it on Facebook, and everyone's going to say, see you, and then all of a sudden we had more interest. So she really put the room out there, and she really put the Historical Society out there, and it really is a little gem that more people really need to know about and really need to see. When Kay got very sick and was on chemo, she wore Cleveland gear every time she went. The last few weeks of her life, anytime someone came to visit her, it was like, this is what I want you to do next. I want you to do this in the Cleveland room. I want this to happen. And backtracking, I forgot to say, when we did that horrible tour of Cleveland, when we all went in and we had to sign that affidavit that if we got some sort of fungus or something from going in there, that we wouldn't sue. There was a camera crew there. And Kate went up to them and started talking. And it ended up, they were from Channel 9. So, next thing you know, Channel 9's coming down to the Cleveland room. And the next thing you know, we're on Living St. Louis. And that is that DVD that you got if you went to the 100th, or that DVD that you can buy, all about Cleveland. None of that would have been here without Kay. She was on the first people that started the Wall of Fame. That would have not been here without Kay. So she's not here with us. She can't see us today, but she wants you to see what she did for you. So please sometime come to the Cleveland room. She did share with us, though, her sister Patty and Vicki, and we have her children here today, Paul and Nick and Lee. So thank you, God, for Kay.
Thank you, Mary. Mary has been an old childhood friend. Old. And let me tell you, Kay loved you more than I can ever express to you. My sister loved you. And thank you for that awesome speech, because I think you're right. I mean, a lot of us are here today because of Kay. And as I said, there's nothing more fitting than having a lifelong friend like Mary giving this speech about my sister. Because she lived Dutch in its entirety. I mean, it was amazing how she lived and breathed Dutch. I've said this story many times, but when she was very sick, my sister Vicki was always doing the laundry, and she told me, Vicki, she said, I've never known anybody to own as much orange stuff as Kay. She had like a special huge load of just orange stuff, because Kay was all about the orange and blue. You know, when she had hospice coming into her house, she asked the nurses to bring an orange and blue blanket for her. She died in an orange and blue blanket. This is what Kay was all about. She loved the Cleveland Dutchman. So I have to first say thank you to Kay's children for being here today. Nick had to leave a little early. They had to go pick up children from school. But her son Paul is here, her firstborn. My niece, her daughter Lee, who was born on my 20th birthday. My middle name's Lee, so she is a Lee. She came all the way from Savannah, Georgia. Thank you for constant support from my sister Vicki. She's over there filming me now. And for everybody at this table, you know, Mary and Rich. Mary, you were like her closest and one of her most dearest friends, and no one could have given a better speech than you did. So I just want to say thank you. And I'm very proud and very honored to receive this award on behalf of Kay. You know, I truly believe she's here in this room. You know,
Absolutely.
for sure, she's here, and hi Kay, you know, here you are, you're on the wall. So that's an incredible, incredible thing. So thank you all for that award, really appreciate it.